Hi, this is Kate from Izzalicious Designs. Today I wanted to talk to you about stitch markers. Stitch markers are these little things that we use to depict the first or the last stitch of our round when we're working in a round, continuous round. You don't really need to use them when you're working in a row because it's very easy to see which is the end and which is the other end. But when you're working in a continuous round, which goes round and round and round, it's hard to tell where the beginning is. And if you're, you might not want to be counting your stitches as you go around to keep track, or somebody might talk to you and interrupt you. So we use these little things called stitch markers. Now, where you place them has been a question raised to me. Do we place them on the first stitch? Do you place them on the last stitch? It is completely up to you. It's personal preference. You'll find even with crocheting with yarn, it is personal preference. My personal preference is to have them on the first stitch. That's just what I'm used to. And I place them on the outer loop of my first stitch. That's just where I put them. I know that other people who do tutorials place them on the last stitch. As long as you keep a consistency, or if you're following a pattern, you do what the tutorial, you do what the tutorial tells you to do. There is a consistency about it and you won't make a mistake. So when you're doing my designs, you will always find that I will put my stitch marker on that first stitch. I then count that as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whereas others will place it on the last. Doesn't matter. Neither is right, neither is wrong. Now, there's a variety of different stitch markers that you can get. I started off using these ones, which they're a little open-ended stitch marker, which are great because they just slip on your band, very easy, and you can then take them off very easily to move them. The trouble is when you're doing something big, sometimes they will actually slip off and you'll lose your spot, which is a bit silly because that's what you have the stitch marker there for. So Clover, these are made by Clover and you can get them from your craft shop or you can buy them from Amazon. Clover also do a little one that locks and I really do like this one. This is quite jazzy. So this is my new favourite one because it locks in position. You don't have to go out and buy these though. If you've got some things at home lying around, now every one of us, if we've bought bands, we have C clips or S clips. You can use one of these and all you do is pop them on and that works just as well as a stitch marker. Okay, very easy to get on and off, just like that. So you can use your C clip or your S clip. If you happen to not have, you could use a paper clip. Anything really. All you need to do is slide it down and that will, this is huge, but that will act as a stitch marker, as will a safety pin. A safety pin is quite a good idea because it locks into place, which is nice, but you want to be careful that you don't stab yourself in the process of your creation being created. Another thing you can use is a bobby pin, and these work quite nicely too because they sort of stick quite close to each other on the centre here, so you can use one of these as a marker as well. Right, so you've got lots and lots of options, but that is a little guide to stitch markers, where they're placed and what you can use if you don't have the commercially bought ones. These items work just as well. Best of luck with it. Take care.